Hello and welcome to the channel. However, pouring hundreds of dollars into building your ultimate gaming PC is something you cannot do. Does that mean you should not game? Hell no! What differentiates a normal PC from a gaming PC is the addition of a GPU that can run your games and pump out the FPS you need. Strictly speaking, getting a gaming PC under $500 is very difficult. However, difficult does not mean impossible. Stay tuned as we take you through our list of gaming PCs you can buy under $500. Please subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos. Without further ado, let's begin. Number 5. HP EliteDesk 800 G1 SFF. Starting off with number 5, we have the EliteDesk 800 G1 SFF from HP. Choosing a bang for buck computer under $500 requires some trade-offs to be made. This rig is a renewed product from Amazon. For the performance it offers, we could not act like fools and not include it. This beast is powered with the 4th generation Core i5-4590, a 4-core processor that can boost up to 3.7 GHz. To complement the i5, it includes 16 gigs of DDR3 RAM. Keep in mind, not even most AAA games can use all of the 16 GBs of RAM. But that's not all. The EliteDesk still manages to include a 256GB SSD for Windows, so your PC can be blazing fast, and 1TB HDD to store all your games without worry. We have not mentioned what graphics card it includes, because sadly it does not. However, it does not mean you cannot add one, but that's all this PC could manage in the price it comes in. Honestly, it's a steal regardless. With the current configuration, you will have to rely on the Intel's integrated HD graphics 4600. Not to say it's useless, you can run older titles and indie games without a hitch on this computer. Getting into EA Sports titles like CSGO and PUBG and Rocket League and the likes will be easy. You can easily get playable FPS on 720p low-mid presets. But until you put a dedicated GPU in it, this is all you'll be limited to. On top of everything, it comes with a complimentary mouse and keyboard. All you need to do is just hook it up to a monitor and start gaming. Talk about easy. Overall, with its feature and capabilities, it is without a doubt one of the best value propositions out there. Number 4. Acer Aspire TC895 UA91 Desktop. Moving up the list, we have the Acer Aspire TC895 UA91 on 4th. Powering this beast is the latest i3-10000, a 10th-gen 4-core 8-thread processor with 8GB of super-fast 2.666 MHz DDR4 RAM. Yes, that's right, we're moving up levels now. With the i3-10100 comes all the latest goodies like USB 3.0, Type-C ports, and much more. For storage, we have a single 512GB. M.2 NVMe SSD, making booting Windows and loading games more than just fast, making you the only thing slowing down this PC. The included mouse and keyboard eliminate the need to waste precious game time and get right to it. However, just like the last one, this fails to include a proper GPU in the bundle, leaving you to once again turn to Intel. The 10th-gen Core i3 is powered by the UHD 630 graphics, and they're a great way to get into 1080p gaming. Granted, the results won't be amazing and you won't be able to max out all the settings in the menu. What is possible though is playable frame rates on 1080 low on most modern titles. And if you're willing to step down to 720p, even mid-high presets can be playable. EA titles will be the highlight games of this rig, getting you 100 plus FPS on low settings, cause who plays them for picture quality anyways. The Acer Aspire comes with the latest Wi-Fi 6, making it convenient to set up your rig anywhere in the house. Although if gaming is what you're buying this for, you'll probably stick to wired network. Windows 10 Home comes pre-installed. All you need to do is install the game you like and play to your heart's content. Number 3. Dell Optiplex XC3. Right in the middle at number 3, we give you the Dell Optiplex XC3. And yes, this too is a renewed product. How's this different from the others, you may ask? Well, for starters, this slim desktop is powered by a banging 8th generation Core i5-8500. Yeah, you heard it right. a 6-core 8-thread processor that turbos all the way up to 4.1 GHz. With this and the 16 GB DDR4 RAM's blazing speed, your multitasking experience is about to enter a new level. But that's not all this PC is good for. Even games will have a happy time using the 6 cores, giving you the best gaming experience. It only includes a single 256GB SSD, so you will only be able to store 3 to 4 modern games along with Windows. Still, that's better than having a mechanical drive slowing down your experience. If you want, you can easily get 1TB HDD for around $40. Before you get your hopes up about the GPU in this system, once again we must disappoint you, for there is none. Again, we are left with the only integrated that will pin itself to 99% usage to give you a passable gaming experience. But remember, this is the only starting point. All this PC is lacking is a good graphics card. You can easily install one later when you get the chance, and trust us, it won't disappoint. We could have easily recommended an older system with a GPU, but that's what you'll be stuck with, having no room for any sort of improvement. With the XE3, however, you can put in a pretty decent graphics card and the GPU will still be the bottleneck. Buying on a budget is all about getting the right deal, and with the XE3 from Dell, you get just that. Number 2. AVG PC MS32 Lite Gaming Computer. We are entering the big toy territory, in the budget range at least. At number 2, the second best gaming PC under $500, you get the AVG PC MS32 Lite. As the name suggests, it's not intended for gaming on 4K Ultra details. That's not to say the hardware is too low spec. Well, it is, but not entirely. At the center of the rig is the Ryzen 3 3100, along with a single 8GB stick of DDR4 memory running at a pleasing 3000 MHz. The 3100 is based on the Zen 2 architecture from AMD, which has become widely popular in the gaming community. The 4-core 8 threads running at 3.9 GHz should prove more than enough when gaming at 1080p. It's worth noting even modern games cannot utilize more than 4 cores at a time. In terms of storage, we have a 500GB SATA SSD. Yes, we know that NVMe is the latest and greatest of modern tech, but unless you're copying large files all the time, you won't be able to tell the difference. But hey, it's in the top 2, so it should be special, right? And it is. Unlike the last mentions, the AVG PC manages to include an actual GPU in the package. The NVIDIA GT 1030 with 2GB of GDDR5 memory should provide you with a gaming experience multiple times better than any integrated graphics ever could. Unlike iGPUs, the GT 1030 can manage 1080p at 60 FPS in pretty much all modern games. Now that's what you call gaming. Powering this rig is an 80+ certified 500 PCU that should a long way as far as upgrades are concerned. All of this comes inside a beautiful case with a clear side panel and customizable RGB. Ventilation will not be a problem with the dual intake and single exhaust fans, which are also RGB, giving you all the bells and whistles a modern gaming machine should have. Number 1. iBuy Power Element Mini 9300 Gaming PC. Finally, on the number 1 spot, we give you the ultimate gaming PC, the iBuy Power Element Mini 9300. The Ryzen 3 3100 powering this rig is a 4-core 8-thread processor which completely demolishes 1080p gaming. It is one of the best entry-level CPU in the market and packs serious power. The 8GB DDR4 RAM all you will need getting into gaming. However, storage space is where the system is lacking. It has only 240GB of SATA SSD and should only suffice for 2 to 3 modern game titles. The case has loads of room for expanding storage, and an upgrade in this regard will prove to be quite beneficial. The PC also includes Wi-Fi in case you don't want to run a wired network. For the best gaming experience, however, it is advised you do so. For the icing on the cake, the Element Mini 9300 includes an RX 550 with 2GB of VRAM. Handling 1080 gaming with medium settings shouldn't prove to be a problem for this GPU. In fact, you can get above 100 FPS on almost all EA Sports titles no problem. On story-based games, you can use the 2GB VRAM for best quality gaming possible. The case housing all this tech has all the stars and glitters you need. Dual 120mm fans at the front and a single 90mm fan at the back. And yes, both the case and the fans have RGB lighting. iBuyPower even gives you an RGB mouse and keyboard in the package. And it has a genuine copy of Windows pre-installed. Just plug in and start the experience. Keep in mind, because this rig uses commodity hardware, you get an infinite number of upgrades you can do in the future. So happy gaming! So now that we've covered all the list, there are some extra points you need to know. The rigs listed above are all powerful computers, and if you save some and get a good GPU installed in the future, they will truly start to shine. That said, after buying these rigs, you're not limited to what they currently are. The best part of owning a PC is the upgradability they offer. I hope this video was able to help you find your first gaming PC. Links to all the PCs can be found in the description box below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out any future videos.